welcome again to Afro Responsible. My name is Robert. The question today is, are eyes killing us? Yeah, eyes. Is it possible that in Kenya we are dying because of people's eyes? Not the way they look at us. I know there is our eye. But have you ever seen a Matatu driver wearing glasses? Yeah, that's right. Like everywhere in this country, tell me whether you've ever seen a Matatu driver wearing glasses. That's almost like a tourist site. If you see a Matatu driver wearing glasses in this country, that will be a tourist attraction. Yeah, we will stop and we'll post with them. Actually, I want you to post with a driver that is wearing glasses in this country because there is very little, not many. Yeah, why? Yeah, that's the reason as to why probably most of these accidents are happening in this country. Because as we age, our eyes don't work. In another place, I am not allowed to drive without wearing my glasses. Why? Because I can kill people when I'm behind the wheel without glasses. I'm actually holding a weapon and I'm danger to the public. The question is, should we start thinking that every 5 years that our licenses should be renewed and the first thing that they should check is our eyes? It's a very, very simple process to check with an eye chart to see whether somebody can see. And you've been to the doctor and they tell you, read these letters, close your eyes and read these letters, and if you can't, that's how they check whether you are short-sighted or long-sighted. And it's worse when it's raining, when somebody has blurry vision or they basically need corrective glasses and they don't have that when it rains. When the driver in front of you steps on the brake, the entire road becomes red. They can't quite tell where the lane starts or stops. And that's why you will hear some drivers will say, even at night, they will say, no, I need to drive quickly back home because I do not drive at night. Why? Because they can't see. The issue is not the darkness, because the car light basically should work. It's because they have eye problems. That's a discussion that we need to have here. If we're going about 5,000 fatalities, like 5,000 people who die every year on road accidents, that can be prevented. In fact, that's underreported. It's about estimates out there. It's about 12,000 people who die in this country every year. That's 1,000 people every month that die in this country. And I can bet mostly because the driver was not wearing glasses, could not see where they're going. And we can talk about the brakes and the tires and the driver who was drunk. But eyeglasses, how many PSV drivers have you seen wearing glasses? That's not just need to happen for PSV drivers, need to happen to all the drivers. If you're behind the wheel, you should be tested before you're given a license to see whether your eyes that helps you drive works properly. If they don't, then you're a danger to everybody out there. And that need to be changed, to be checked every 5 years. The people that need to actually push this is insurance companies. You insurance companies out there actually should be paying me for this. How many dollars, how many money, how much do you think you'll be saving every year if all the drivers out there are seeing properly, that their eyes are not weapons that are killing Kenyans? How much money would you save? Shouldn't you push for legislation that forces the licensing process to include eye checks for every driver in this country? This is preventive medicine. That's how we prevent people from dying unnecessarily. And we're not just talking about the people that think about, because the report that you will see online are people who actually, the fatalities that took place. How about people that got injured because of those road accidents? How about the people who got the damages that took place because of those accidents? That could have been prevented if the people who are behind the wheel are wearing glasses, whether that's private vehicles or public vehicles. That needs to start forming our discussion, our legislation, so that we can prevent a lot of fatalities out there that are directly attributed to the drivers that cannot see even during the day. Before you go, I have written 4 books about all these things I'm talking about. They're available at Nuria, and I'm going to post them right here so you can see. And again, if you'd like to support the work we're doing, I'm going to put my number here just in case you want to, send some coffee or get in touch with me for talk shows or for, engagement. Preventive Medicine Network, Robert here, Responsible. Africans being responsible. That's responsible. Thank you, and God bless.